Will they save GameStop? Will they save Bed Bath & Beyond? Will they save AMC? What's up, guys? Today we're going to talk a little bit about what's going on with WallStreetBets, GameStop, AMC. There's a whole bunch of the 1% versus the 99% going on, and it's honestly fucking poetic justice. So let's give you guys a rundown first. So I've already recorded this video, processed it, edited it, rendered it, but you know what? There's a lot of this story that I have left out, and I feel like it's important for you to know some of these things. So let's go to the beginning of the story. When it comes to stocks, generally what happens is if you own a stock and the price goes up, you can sell it for more than you purchased it for. But if the stock goes down, then you have to sell it for less than you bought it for. And that's if you decide to sell it. Short selling is a little different. A short seller will generally borrow the share of somebody else's stocks with the promise to return those shares. So what they try to do is sell the stocks so the price goes down and they can buy it at a lower price. So generally, a hedge fund tried to do this to GameStop, and they kept doing this, which ends up hurting the company GameStop itself. It can bankrupt the company, it hurts the credit that they can take out, the loans that they can get. So on WallStreetBets subreddit, what happened was somebody noticed that they were shorting 140% of the available shares. So technically, those shares weren't even available, but they were really trying to get as much money as possible off of the collapse of GameStop. But since somebody brought this up on WallStreetBets, they decided to buy the shares. The problem is, now those shares are worth more money, but the hedge fund wants them at lower cost so they can make a profit, and they have to, absolutely have to, return the shares back to the person they borrowed them from. So when all these people on WallStreetBets bought all the shares, it was raising the price of the stock by an immense amount. Because eventually, the hedge fund has to buy the shares back. They have to buy the shares back. So at this point, from what I understand, the hedge fund sold and made about $100 million. But because of the drive up in the price of the stock, they have to pay $1.5 billion, approximately, to make up for the shares that they borrowed. I know, this is super fucking confusing. I get it. So as they close in on the fact that they need to pay this money back, they're trying to crash the stock so they can buy it back cheaper again. So at this point, everybody knows what they're doing. So people keep buying more stocks. So Melvin Capital gets fucked by this. They need money because they've lost so much trying to deal with this GameStop stock that they have other hedge funds to get them back above water. That was on Monday when the stock price was $76 a share. So on Tuesday, the share ends at about $147.98. $147.98. That's almost double what it was on Monday. But the hedge funds are still trying to short the stock, even though they still have millions of shares that they need to pay back. Must be nice to have money like that, right? So then the hedge funds start hopping on TV shows, trying to be like, hey, you know, market manipulation, gotta stop these guys. They're trying to get WallStreetBets shut down. But in reality, all they're doing is bringing attention to themselves. So then you have Elon Musk, who doesn't like short sellers. So he promoted this situation. So him and other very wealthy people have invested in the GameStop stocks. And it's really not even about the money. They want to watch the hedge funds burn. That's it. Just like a lot of us. So now we fast forward to today. So first and foremost, if you don't know what Reddit is like a forum for people to just kind of talk. It's like a message board people can post, upvote, downvote, whatever. There are subreddits that people run as like its own little community. There are leaders of these communities. And on Reddit, there is a subreddit called WallStreetBets. It's pretty much just a group of people who like to invest and speculate investing. I can't say that I'm active in it. I've always been interested in investments, but I haven't had the fuck you money to just play with it like that. And I also sold my stocks right before COVID hit. So I'm mixed about that. I had some extra money when the pandemic first hit, but I would have a lot more money if I never sold. But I still don't think the stock market's in a good spot yet. I am not anybody to take any sort of advice in terms of investments. Just make sure we're clear here. So pretty much people will short-term invest. They'll buy low so they can sell high before it goes low again. And in some instances, this will cost people money. And when you have like hedge fund managers like dumping like hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars in one shot, this hurts them bad. So apparently this whole GameStop situation has made Melvin Capital just practically give up on GameStop, because they've currently lost $5 billion trying to short sell these stocks. Because of the Reddit community rallying for GameStop, we actually have the people going against the 1%. And it's fucking crazy. I mean, I wish I could get deeper into the whole details of this situation, but again, I'm not an investor, but this is just a very interesting story to see unfold. I've been watching this unfold for like 2 or 3 days now, maybe even 4. It's been a couple days. It's certainly been a couple days. From what I understand, there's been some banks stopping people, Robinhood, stopping people from buying, selling, etc., which does raise some questions about the situation. Even the WallStreetBets Discord has been banned for hate speech. But as you can see, currently it is sitting at $347.51 per share. And just so everybody gets again, the beginning of the year, it was at $17. $17.25 on January 4th when the stock market reopened after New Year's Eve. But yeah, we're currently at $347.51 on January 27th, 2021. You can see the same situation is happening with Bed Bath & Beyond. It started at $18.03 at the beginning of the year. We're currently at $52.89. AMC at the beginning of the year, I wish I bought this, dude. I fucking would have bought this if I knew this was going to happen. I would have probably sold by now. Personally, again, this is just me. I am not any sort of investment coach, nothing. Don't look at me as an investment coach, okay? Nothing like, I'm literally just covering the story because I'm sure some of you have never heard this yet. But yeah, so $2.01 at the start of the year. Do you see these spikes? Look at that. It's currently $19.90 per share. It's fucking wild. So I mean, honestly, I just wanted this video to be more so a highlight of what happens when people come together with similar common interests and goals, and they work together to find a way to overcome the issue. Sometimes they're not always the most practical, but in this instance, it's more so, it's really outside the box. We have taken something that has been known to be what it is for as long as it has been, and we have found a new way of dealing with it. As the interest in investments grow during this pandemic, there are a lot of people who've been interested in putting some of their stimulus checks into investments, whether it be cryptocurrency, stocks, small startups, their own business. I'm hoping that the 1% doesn't win. And I understand, like, you're like, Bugs, with the dude. So think of it this way: if the 1% doesn't win, who gets the money? Are you one of the 1%? I didn't think so. So with that being said, hopefully the people win. I'm rooting for the people, because this is literally capitalism in 2021. This is just, it shakes everything. It shakes everything that goes on with the economy right now. And it's not even like I don't think it's a bad shake. Again, I think it means more common people get the money, rather than just these fucking people who literally shit this kind of money away like it's nothing, because it's not even their money. They just borrow it. Wall Street has fucked us so many times. Fucking so many times. We've bailed out so many shit ass companies, and we continue to bail them out. And just let them fall, dude. If the people want to save it, fuck it. And that's literally what they're doing right now. Will they save GameStop? Will they save Bed Bath & Beyond? Will they save AMC? I don't know. Beats the shit out of me, dude. But they're trying, and if they do, this is going to be a gigantic leap to the future of the stock market. Apparently the WallStreetBets subreddit also went private for about an hour, but came back during this Discord ban. But yeah, honestly, this has just been a very interesting story to follow. I'm still watching it unfold on Twitter, but I wanted to share this story with you again, because I know some of you don't really hear some of these things, and if you sub to me and it's something you haven't heard about, like, I definitely want you to know about it. So I want to wrap up this video with a Reddit post that I came across. An open letter to CNBC. Before you spend another day hosting your shill hedge fund buddies to come on the air and demonize r/WallStreetBets, I hope you read this. Your contempt for the retail investor, your audience, is palpable, and if you don't get it together, you'll lose an entire new generation of investors. I keep thinking about these funds that are short GameStop, like your boys at Melvin Capital, and your coverage of this subreddit, and I'm getting madder and madder. These funds can manipulate the market via your network, and if they screw up big because they don't even know the basics of portfolio risk 101 and using position sizing, they just get a bailout from their billionaire friends at Citadel. Then they have the nerve to turn us into public enemy number one, just because we believe in an underdog company getting a second chance. We don't have billionaires to bail us out when we mess up our portfolio risk and a position goes against us. We can't go on TV and make attempts to manipulate millions to take our side of the trade. If we mess up as bad as they did, we are wiped out, have to start from scratch, and are back to giving handjobs behind the dumpster at Wendy's. Seriously, motherfuck these people. I sincerely hope they suffer. We want to see the lost porn. How did you feel about that post? You also have Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Forgive me if I said her name wrong. She wrote, "Gotta admit, it's really something to see Wall Streeters with a long history of treating our economy as a casino complain about a message board of posters also treating the market as a casino. Anyways, tax the rich." Situational irony. So again, I feel that this is poetic justice. Do appreciate everybody who took time out of their day to watch this video. If you haven't already, don't forget to click the sub button. Leave a comment if you have any opinions you'd like to share with me. We don't have to agree, it's alright. Like the video, share it, and I hope you all have a safe and healthy rest of your week. Peace.